All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Hey, it's JoJo.
Oh, this is a video. Yes, sorry. I'm so sorry.
Please tell me you kept that, right?
I know I did. Oh, man. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Hey, it's JoJo. This guy.
I'm Brandon Rogers.
Yeah, he's here. Brandon Rogers.
Hello, hello. Wow, this is the very first time I've ever been on the radio. You're hearing it live here.
You've never ever. This is
Not on radio. I've been on podcasts and this and that, streaming this and that, but not radio.
How's it feel? Does it feel weird, tingly?
It's the first time. And look, I'm also on a camera here. I know you can't see it, but I'm breaking all kinds of new forms of media. I feel very privileged right now. Thank you.
Dude, you told me a couple of seconds ago, this is the first time. Well, you've heard, like, you worked at a law firm.
I worked at a law firm.
And they played KIIS. Like, what's that whole story again?
Well, no, I would listen to it on the way to work every morning and on the way back at home. And now it's weird. I'm in this room talking on a show that I would listen to on my way home on late nights. And I feel like I know who you are, even though we just met. I feel like we go way back.
We know.
It's kismet. This friendship is just burning right now.
I feel a deep connection right now.
It's very lit. It's very lit.
Hey, let me ask. You've heard the station, obviously.
Yeah.
You've heard KIIS. Yeah. Now you're in the room. Is it what you pictured? Is it, bigger, smaller, grimier? Should it be cleaner?
No, it's very clean. Okay, so those of you who've been listening,
uglier? If
you guys have been listening to this show religiously and you've always wondered, what does the inside of this room look like? There's lots of shades of blue and a clean carpet. I will say the door's being held open with a weight, like a workout weight.
I don't know why that's in here, come to think
of it.
No,
that just says you guys are great improvisers. I wouldn't have guessed that would make a good doorstop, but you guys are resourceful.
It's so funny you brought that up, because I don't know anybody who uses that weight to work out, yet it's been the doorstop here for like 5 years now.
5 years.
Maybe.
Well, whoever put it there is a genius, because I would never thought to use one in that fashion.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah. You guys, Brandon Rogers is here. This dude, okay, you get the series on Comedy Central.
Oh, yes.
Which, that's a shocker. My God, dude. I mean...
Comedy Central, they're the big guys.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, I definitely felt very out of my league there. I had imposter syndrome up the wazoo the entire time I was there, because it just felt bigger than life. Those are people who know what they're doing. They've been in the game much longer. I'm just a little YouTuber who got in somehow.
Was it? Well, clearly you're a funny dude.
Oh, thank you.
So, but is being a comedian or in the comedy space to get on Comedy Central, is that that's got to be like a bucket list?
To me,
it's
right? Definitely a bucket list. To me, it's always been a coveted thing to take up any screen time on Comedy Central, even just as an extra or a background. I watch Comedy Central on TV thinking, one day I want to be on there. I never thought I would, take them over for a week on YouTube. So it was really fun.
So trippy, you're sitting right here. You have that kind of a SNL vibe to you.
Oh, thank you. Well,
I be on SNL.
That's the bigger compliment than I believe.
I'm your new manager.
Oh, well, deal. Let's do it now.
Brandon Rogers is hanging out. Get your calls in 9:30-ish, so get ready. Now, if you follow Brandon, get all pumped up because he's right in front of me.
Pump yourselves up. Pump, pumpy.
Get all pumped. Yep. Dude, let's talk about your fans. Yes. Your fans,
Yes.
I assume you have some extreme cases. Most of your fans are beautiful people. Lovely people
inside and out, but there are some crazies, and I know what you mean, and I'll beat you to the punch. There are some people straight up, they're terrifying. People will sit down and just start having lunch with me sometimes, and if they're nice people, like everyone in this room, then I embrace it, and if they're not nice people, I have to pretend like I just got diarrhea and I have to get up and leave, or I have to make an excuse. So my Uber's here. That's always awkward, but
okay, so they'll just sit down like, hey, they'll just plop right down like they know you.
I often eat lunch by myself, and I like to eat lunch in food courts, in malls, and they're very visible spots, and so people will sometimes sit down with me. But I don't really meet very many insane people. I had a girl tattoo my name on her breast. Can I say that on the radio?
Say breast.
Breast.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So she walks. How did it happen? She walks up and you sign it, and then she gets it tatted, or
she presents the breast, and then I say, all right, and I sign it, and I thought it was like a gag. I thought it because her friend was filming it. I was like, let's do it for the gram. It's gonna be funny. And then a year later, I go on a tour again. I go to the same, and she walks right up to me, and there it is in tattoo ink, right on her. Was this half-butted? I can't say it, half-efforted signature of mine, right on her, right above the areola, which I'm assuming I can say.
Okay, now looking back, do you wish you would have signed it, better?
I would have signed it much better. I would have signed it a lot better. I don't know. I hope that she always likes me for the rest of her life.
So, oh my God. Do you keep in touch with her? Do you talk with her? Like, you know, because after something like that, you have a bond, I would think. Right?
I would hope so. You know, and if I ever see her again, I'll definitely know it's her, especially if I see the breast.
Well, there's that. So good luck with that.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon Rogers hanging out, you guys. If you're not following Brandon, safe to say you're a bad person.
Oh, no,
right?
no. Everyone's good. Everyone's good until they follow me.
Hey, plug everything, dude. People need to watch your series on Comedy Central.
Oh, yeah, Comedy Central. I just did a series called Blame the Hero. It's going on the streamies now, but I honestly just plug my name into anything. Brandon Rogers, whatever. If there's a search bar, just throw that in the search. See what happens. I'm not going to apologize for any of it.
Oh no!
But
I keep. You're so Brandon Rogers. Like you're a thing.
Thank you.
But to hear that you used to work at, we're talking about your ex-job. You were working at a legal firm.
Oh yes.
But you were listening with his job before it being funny. Was what's the video thing you did?
I did documentaries. We were a personal injury law firm, and I had to do documentaries that we'd show the jury to persuade them to feel, I guess, bad for our client. I did documentaries where I'd interview the client and kind of like someone broke their leg, I'd have to demonstrate how this new disability affects their life. And so I'd say, so tell me what you miss most about being able to pick up your grandchild. And they'd cry during the interview, and I'd cut that with B-roll footage of them trying to do dishes and trying to get out of bed, trying to wipe their anus. And I'm trying to, and then I would make them cry. And if I got tears on camera, it was always a good thing. And I thought, this is really sad. There should be a comedic version of this where it's the same format, documentary style, but we're seeing a day in the life of someone funny and something that makes you laugh. And I knew there was a recipe there, and I just needed to find a way to bring it onto YouTube.
So that inspired that crazy, weird, twisted.
It did.
Odd job.
It did.
Turned into this.
It turned into this, and I think my boss to this day, we're on good terms, and he knows. I mean, I feel like that's where I got my training wheels on how to shoot documentaries on interesting people.
That is funny, dude.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon Rogers hanging out. Thank you for hanging out.
Thank you for having me.
At the end of every interview, fist bump to make it official.
Fist bump. That felt great.